it's been an absolute pleasure watching residents using the space, but to local residents what it's done is it's brought them together as a community.
I think it's been really beneficial for the community. I've made new friends. Before, when I moved here, maybe I spoke to 2 people. Now I speak to like 15 people, so it's been really good to get to know each other.
There's a strong desire from our residents to create a community food garden. So what we did was we worked with the residents to identify redundant pieces of housing land. We knew healthy living and healthy eating was important to our residents, and we've also got the You Make a Difference Fund, which we were really keen for the residents to utilise in helping create these community food gardens.
We came up with the idea of turning this into allotment because after consulting with the residents who live around this area, it was really apparent that they really wanted to grow their own vegetables, and lots of families on the estate were actually sharing gardens because there are very few on the estate, and any little patch of land they could actually find to put vegetables into.
There's a lot more communication around this area, and people talking and sharing ideas.
The community is getting more together now. I've seen a lot of neighbours come down, and people that normally don't talk to you and ask you questions, say hello, and generally just have conversations with people that you wouldn't on the streets.
Our idea on this estate is that every piece of open space that isn't grassed over, hard sanding, we want to put allotments on, and we've got enough residents on the estate want to take that up, and can't wait for it to happen.
Oh, we're more involved. We speak to each other more. I mean, before I got my allotment, I didn't really know that many people here. Even though I've lived here a while, everyone sort of keeps themselves to themselves. But since I've been here, I got to know a lot more other people, be more sociable.
It's been beneficial to families, get people to garden together with their kids. I think it's been beneficial to bring people together.
When you live in a concrete jungle, just being able to have a little green space and grow something, and looking at it from a perspective, a derelict piece of land, and transforming it into growing space was really quite exciting. So, taking up the project was really sort of like something fun to do, and it really just brought everybody together. So it was really quite nice.
Having the allotment has really made me go outside a bit more. Sometimes you have these lazy days, but it forces you to go out and have some fresh air and just have a look at what you're growing and see some bees buzzing around your sunflowers. So yeah, it's just got me out of the house a bit more.
It's making a big difference to the family's gardening. I think it's making a big difference to the community in general, where we're getting people to know each other. It's making a great impact as well on the whole environment.
So far, we've seen changes with the people around here in terms of people being very friendly and approachable, and there seems to be a lot of communication.
There's a lot of different pieces of derelict land. We've got sort of corporate challenges that come through, which are sort of volunteers that come from different organisations that we've sort of approached for funding. They come through, they invest a little bit of money, and then sort of build patches like this for us. And there's so many different things that can be done, and it just sort of takes us as residents to go, okay, this is what needs doing, or this is a good idea here, and then taking a look at how we can get that done.
I've been eating a lot of cherry tomatoes and a lot of big tomatoes, and I just feel better like knowing what I'm eating.
We've seen a real sort of desire from residents and a real commitment to sort of get involved. People have told us that they want to sort of get to know more about gardening. I think we're now having residents come out and participate in these gardens, when before they would have just maybe sat at home. So we feel we're reducing isolation. We feel that there's a lot of community spirit and community harmony in these community gardens.
I think the major change I've seen in our community with this project is a sense of empowerment. People, I think now realise they can make a difference, and they can get together, and by just spending a bit of time on Saturday, they can make something beautiful and something useful.